Hi, Jim Van Zant, one of the pastors here at Carlisle United Methodist Church, Sermon in 3 minutes. Thanks for tuning in. A little change of venue for us today here in my office. You know, Luke has a story of the scene where Jesus stands up in the temple and he reads from the scroll of Isaiah, the 61st chapter of Isaiah, about the Lord proclaiming the year of the Lord's favor, that he has come to set the captives free. The passage goes on and says more of that. Isaiah is actually quoting some things found way back in Leviticus. Isaiah is trying to encourage the people in Babylonian captivity, letting them know that God has not forsaken them, God has not forgotten them. Same thing is happening in Leviticus. Leviticus also talks about what's called the year of Jubilee, where the Israelites were instructed on every 50th year they were to set all the captives free. Now back then, people often became captives or in bondage because something had happened in their lives, something unexpected, a hardship, and they may have had to sell their land or sell themselves into bondage. Well, every 50th year, the community of Israel was to look forward to the fact that everything was going to be reset. Everything was going to be returned to the original owners, and so that you wouldn't suffer the consequences of hardships either perpetrated by yourself or that you were the innocent victim of others, that someday it would be over. And so he's telling them that as that would be over, so there will be a year of Jubilee when the Babylonian captivity would be over. What's interesting is that when Jesus reads these words, Luke tells us that Jesus said, "Today the scripture has been fulfilled in your hearing," and he sits down. It's clearly a mark that Jesus understands that he is the fulfillment of that. He is like the 50th year of Jubilee for not just Israel, but for all the world. Bringing that into our own lives, I think how wonderful it would be if we had an opportunity in our lives to hit the reset button in a lot of area in our lives, like a year of Jubilee. Wouldn't it be great if this was your year of Jubilee? Well, and about some of the things, the mistakes you've made in your lives, some of the hardships you've suffered, some of the victimization you've had because of what others have done to you, just to be free of all that. Well, that's what God has offered us in Jesus, and his birth is coming up just at Christmas time. It's almost the announcement of a year of Jubilee, but not just a year, but a lifetime of Jubilee as a result of what God has given us in the babe in the manger. Whatever your celebrations are of Christmas, please remember that God has made a declaration to the entire world through the birth of Jesus. And it's a birth that we're not in bondage our entire lives, but in fact we are free to live the life he intended us. Thanks for tuning in, Sermon in 3 minutes. Have a great day.